So you want to get focused quickly and actually stay there for more than 6 minutes. But if you actually look at advice on the internet, it says you need to wake up at 4 a.m., drink lemon water blessed by druids, journal about your soul's alignment, and color code your calendar like assigning moods to your inevitable burnout. So you try it. You wake up early, do the cold shower thing, open your journal, and stare at the page like it owes you rent. But now it's 9:17 a.m., and the only thing you've achieved is mild hypothermia and an overwhelming urge to scroll TikTok. But what you actually need is a setup that does the hard part for you. A lazy-proof system you can set up in under 15 minutes after watching this video. It's barely complicated, but annoyingly effective. Because focus isn't about willpower, it's about designing for your own laziness. But before we get into it, here's why this actually works. Your brain isn't wired to do hard things on command. It's wired to do whatever feels easiest, and ideally involves snacks. That worked fine when survival just meant don't get eaten. Now, it mostly means scroll TikTok while eating cookies until you forget what year it is. But once you understand how the wiring works, you can flip it, just enough to trick your brain into doing what you want it to do. No mindset shifts, no motivational speakers, no personality transplant required. Just a few dead simple changes that make staying focused feel almost too easy. So the first move, make distraction slightly more annoying than actually doing the work. Which means turning your phone into a brick. Your phone is not your friend. It's a pocket-sized casino with push notifications, and the house always wins. Start by deleting anything built for dopamine. Social, news, games, dating apps, YouTube, all of it. Keep only the boring essentials. Calls, texts, maps, banking, calendar, and maybe Duolingo if you're still telling people you're learning Spanish. Then put your phone somewhere annoying. Somewhere you can't see it. Not your pocket, not at your desk. A drawer, a backpack, a shoebox. Treat it like a landline. If you want to check it, you have to get up and walk. Which leads to the next thing. It's time to clean up your computer. Let's be honest. Your computer looks like a productivity tool. But between the 37 tabs and a browser history that makes it seem like you're trying to solve a murder, it's mostly just chaos in a nice aluminium shell. So let's clean it up. Just enough that your brain gets too bored to do anything but work. Install a blocker. Block the usual suspects. Reddit, Instagram, shopping sites, whatever your brain runs to when you're bored. Whitelist only what you need to get done. And maybe one tab to Google how to stay focused. Unhook YouTube. Use the unhook extension. No recommendations, no autoplay, no homepage. Just the search bar. Turn it from a dopamine machine into a sad little VHS player. Log out of time wasters, not just social apps. Anything you check out of habit. Instagram, Discord, whatever replaced Twitter this week. If logging in feels like effort, your lazy brain won't bother. Use the 4-tab rule. 4 tabs max. Any more and your browser turns into a conspiracy board. Give your browser a split personality. Set up a second browser profile called Work. No passwords, no cookies, no fun. If you want to check memes, you have to switch accounts. And if you follow the rest of this, you probably won't. Same rule applies in real life. Put your Switch in a drawer. Unplug the PlayStation. Your brain doesn't need discipline. It just needs things to be slightly annoying. Keep a sticky note or scrap pad nearby. So every time your brain tries to wander, write down where it wanted to go. By the end of the day, you'll either laugh or spot exactly what's hijacking your attention. Now that you know what's distracting you, you can move on to making your work so obvious you won't have to think or guess. Because once the noise is gone, your brain's just loitering. It needs instructions. And if you don't give it something stupidly clear to do, it'll invent its own task, like setting up a Notion dashboard you'll never use. So here's how to make your next move so brain dead simple, it feels harder not to do it. Make your task stupidly specific. Work on project is not a task. It's a trap. Your brain sees that and immediately opens YouTube. Be exact. Be tiny. Don't write report. Write, open the doc and add 3 bulletins to section 2. If it's vague, you will avoid it. If it's clear, you'll do it before your brain can complain. So that's one problem down. Now let's talk about another one. Future you. Let's be honest. They're a clown. Groggy, hungry, undercaffeinated, and somehow already burnt out from scrolling memes in bed. So do them a favor. Leave instructions. Lay out the plans. Make a plan with the magical method of time blocking. Here's how to lay it out. Batch similar tasks together. Emails with emails, admin with admin. Your brain likes to stay in one gear, not grinding every 7 minutes like a loner driver. Use 30-minute chunks, minimum. Any smaller, and you'll spend the whole time adjusting your chair and waiting for the kettle to boil. At buffer time, someone will call. Your sock drawer will become urgent. Leave the space for the chaos. Just to be clear, you're not scheduling your life into a military spreadsheet. You're just giving future you a script. So they don't spend the first hour reinventing one while disassociating into their coffee. But even with a perfect plan, there's one problem. Your brain doesn't know when to shut up. You stop working, but your head keeps rerunning Slack messages like a bad dream because you never told it, we're done here. Time to fix that. That's why the shutdown ritual comes in. Takes 10 minutes. It feels weird, but works stupidly well. Here's what to do. Close all your tabs, tidy your desk, or at least the part the webcam sees. Write down tomorrow's first step. Say something dumb like, work is done, or shutdown complete, out loud. Yes, I know, you'll feel ridiculous. That's the point. Your brain pays attention to that awkward stuff. This tells it, we're done. The work tab is closed. You may now rot in peace. So now you've got everything you need to make getting focus feel stupidly easy without crawling through a 350-page productivity book or memorizing some guru's morning routine. Once you've set up these simple steps, you'll have a phone that's too boring to ruin your day, a laptop that behaves itself, tasks so small they start themselves, a plan future you can't mess up, and a shutdown ritual that actually shuts things down. That's lazy-proof focus. Not a hack, not hustle culture, just a rigged environment where doing the work feels easier than avoiding it. And if you want everything from this video in one place, I've put together a printable, action-based checklist. Each section has a short science snippet explaining why the steps work. Nothing textbook length, just a small paragraph. That's plenty enough. You can set this up in under 15 minutes, and it's pay what you want, minimum £3. Why £3? Because your brain ignores free stuff. Let's be honest, you'll just leave it to rot in your downloads folder. But if you pay even a little, it tricks your brain into caring. That's commitment bias. So, spend 15 to 30 minutes building this system today. Or spend another week writing, work on thing on a to-do list and wonder why nothing changes. Just a quick reality check though. This system isn't designed to magically turn you into a monk who can do 8 hours of deep work on command. It's not superhuman mode. It's a set of building blocks that makes it easier to slip into focus when you need it, especially on days when motivation is missing in action. Some days you'll be great. Some days you'll fall on your face. That's called being a human. The point is to lower the friction so that starting becomes normal instead of a full psychological battle. By the way, if this helped even a little, hit subscribe. It's free. And it helps the algorithm gods decide whether I should keep making these. And because this is my first video, I genuinely would love feedback. Tell me in the comments what worked, what didn't. Next video will drop soon, and it builds on this one. Once you've got focus, the next step is cruise mode, the stage where momentum does the heavy lifting. Thanks for watching. Now go abandon your phone like it just said something weird in the group chat.